So, welcome back everyone. In this particular lecture, we will see the different types of stepper motor. Stepper motor is we have already discussed in the previous lecture. So, in this particular lecture, we will see what are the different types of stepper motor. So, let us start. So, stepper motors are classified into three types. One is permanent magnet stepper motor, next is variable reluctance stepper motor, third one is hybrid synchronous stepper motor. So, in the permanent magnet stepper motor, we are using a permanent magnet as a rotor. In variable reluctance stepper motor, we are using a ferromagnetic material like a soft iron material as a rotor. Okay? And this hybrid synchronous stepper motor, it can be constructed by using both of these stepper motors. So here in this lecture, we will mainly see the permanent magnet stepper motor and variable reluctance stepper motor. So, first one is permanent magnet stepper motor. This permanent magnet stepper motor, as already been said, that we are using a permanent magnet as a rotor, and this motor works based on the attraction and the repulsion principle between the rotor permanent magnet and the stator electromagnets. So, like any other DC motor or DC machine, this outer frame is called the yoke or frame, which acts as a protecting shield to the inner parts. Here, then, as we move inside, we have the stator core, and inside of the stator core, we have the poles. Okay, we have the poles, and here we are using a 4-pole stator, and we are using here a permanent magnet as a rotor, and we are using here a 2-pole rotor. If you notice the winding, this A dash, B dash, they are connected in such a way that this A dash, they are in series. Then B and B dash, these two windings, they are in series. Okay. Now, I need to energize each and every phase windings individually. First, if I energize this A winding, what will happen? DC with the DC supply. So the DC current is entering in this phase winding. So as a result, a south pole will get created at this winding. Okay, and this DC current is leaving from this A dash winding. So in the A dash winding, a north pole is created. So here south pole is created, here north pole is created. So at this situation, what will happen? The north pole of the rotor will get attracted to the south pole of the stator, and the south pole of the rotor will get attracted to the north pole of the stator. Next, I want to rotate this rotor in the clockwise direction. That means first I need to energize A, then B, then A dash, then B dash, then A. So we have already energized A. Now we will energize B. That means we need to give supply to this B. So current is entering through B and it is leaving from B dash. Okay. When we are giving supply to B, what happens? Here in this winding, we will have this. At the winding B, we will have the south pole, and at the winding B dash, we will have the north pole. Okay, so in this situation, the rotor will exactly aligned in this situation the way it has been shown here. Next, we have to align this A dash. So in the A dash winding, what will happen? In the A dash winding, current is entering through A dash, leaving from A. So here we will have the south pole, and here we will have the north pole. So this north pole of the rotor, now it will be aligned to this south pole, and this south pole will be aligned here. Then we have to energize this B dash. So here south pole, here north pole, and the rotor will, opposite poles of the rotor will get attracted accordingly to the stator poles. Next we have to energize A. So one full complete rotation, 360-degree rotation of the rotor is complete now. If I want to rotate this rotor in the anti-clockwise direction, first I need to energize this B dash, then A dash, then B, then A. So first when we energize this B dash, what will happen? Current is entering through this B dash. So here we will have south pole, here we have north pole. So north pole of the rotor will get attracted here, south pole of the rotor will get attracted here. Then we will energize A dash. So here south pole, here north pole. When we energize B, here south pole, here north pole. When we energize A, here south pole, here north pole. Likewise, the rotor will rotate in the motor. Okay. Next type of stepper motor is a variable reluctance stepper motor. First, we need to understand what is meant by reluctance. Reluctance is analogous to the electric resistance. What an electric resistance does? It opposes the current flow. So this reluctance also, it is the opposition of a material to the magnetic flux. Suppose I have a magnetic field here and I have placed a soft iron material in this position. So in which direction this iron material will rotate, whether in the A direction or B direction. And this magnetic flux, it tends to follow the minimum reluctance path. Okay, so in this situation the magnetic flux will rotate towards the B direction, because in this B direction it is obtaining the minimum reluctance path. So lower is the gap, lower will be the reluctance. Suppose you have a magnetic circuit and magnetic lines of forces, they are flowing through the magnetic circuit. Okay. Now if there is a gap in the circuit at different places, what will happen? Magnetic lines of forces, they can't flow through the circuit because those gaps in the magnetic circuit, they will act as a barrier. Okay, so magnetic lines of force can't flow through the magnetic circuit. Higher is the gap, higher will be the magnetic reluctance. Lower is the gap, lower will be the magnetic reluctance. So in this situation, this iron material is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction and it is aligned to the magnetic field. Then in this situation, what will happen? Magnetic lines of forces can easily pass through it. Now when in the magnetic field, this soft iron, these are the ferromagnetic materials, that means they are attracted to the magnet. So when it is aligned like this, in this situation it will rotate in the A direction, in the clockwise direction. That means the flux, magnetic flux will tend to take the minimum reluctance path. And once it is aligned like this, what will happen? Once it is aligned like this, then magnetic lines of forces, they can easily pass through it. So if we look at the construction of the variable reluctance stepper motor as a rotor, it has already been said we are using the ferromagnet. Outside is my outer frame which acts as a protecting shield. Next we have the stator poles, and on these stator poles we have the winding. So here winding is made in such a way that A dash, they are connected in series, B dash, they are connected in series, C dash, they are connected in series, and each phases, they are separated from each other. Now we will excite each pair of phases with the supply. Okay. First of all, let us say that switch S1 is on and other switches are off. Okay. At this condition, this is my initial position of the rotor. Okay. That means rotor is positioned like this. Okay. Next, when switch S1 is on, by turning on switch S1, I am energizing this A dash and A winding. That means the current is entering through A dash and leaving from A. So here south pole is getting generated, here north pole is getting generated. And the produced magnetic flux in this phase A, it is flowing like this. You can see it is not straight, it is curved in nature. Okay. And as mentioned earlier, that the magnetic reluctance, it will tend to take the minimum gap. Okay, magnetic reluctance, it will magnetic flux, it will prefer the minimum reluctance path where the gap is minimum. Okay, now the reluctance of this ferromagnetic material is lower than the reluctance of the air. Now in this situation, since we have energized this A and A dash, a force is acting on the rotor. One is here, another one is here. Okay, and in this situation the rotor will rotate in the clockwise direction because the magnetic flux, it needs the shortest path. Okay, and it will be aligned like this. Okay, it will be aligned like this. Next I will energize this B and B dash, so the rotor will aligned like in this position, B B dash position. Next I will align this C C dash, and rotor will align to this C C dash position. Likewise this rotor will keep on rotating in the motor, and your motor will start working.